Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and
welcome, geeks, gamers, nerds, players. You ready for some entertainment, some gaming, and some entertainment movie news? You ready to get some old school gamers like the Atari creep talking about new school? Let's see what he has to say. We'll find out. Talk about movies and everything. I'm also going to show. Oh, I forgot to take it off. Sci-fi's here. We have to.
Hello.
Do a new game every time sci-fi freezes. Take a drink. I'm not saying alcoholic drink, but I'm not saying not either, because we're on YouTube. Take a drink every time he's okay for now. We're gonna watch a video because it's all about rumors, speculation about the price of it. Before you buy an Amico, did I have that thumb? I forgot to upload that thumbnail here. Hold on a second. I did a good thumbnail.
Yeah, the thumbnail was killer.
That was a good picture of Pat. I still want to talk to Pat. People think I just like.
Oh yeah.
Before you buy the Amico.
Yeah, I've seen those videos all over YouTube where it says before you buy this insert game.
So I got a new friend, Blues Tech over here. He knows a lot about tech. He's a Star Trek fan, which we'll get to. Look at his logo. It's an awesome logo. He was telling me, I bought a green screen and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. He's the guy to go to if you need a little help. You know, he could give you little pointers. So go to his channel, go subscribe. He's channel of the day. And we're also going to, now that we know let's watch the video first.
who?
Is anyone in the background?
I'm sorry, I was interrupted over here. What's up?
Oh, that's okay. Tell her hello. Nice to meet you, background lady. All right. So we're gonna get to the. Oh, hey, yeah, I got a mask on. I get to be in a lot of trouble. We'll get to the video first to react because I didn't watch it first. Now, I am subscribed to RGD85. I don't know what that means, but I did subscribe to him today because I'm like, I can't cover his video and not subscribe. All right, so let's watch his video about the prices and see what that means for the Amico. If it's right, spoilers a little bit, Blues Tech he's kind of doubting this info, I think, is the way he was going. But let's watch it first.
PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X are going to go head-to-head this holiday season in an epic battle event.
And the Amico. Ask Tommy, the Amico too. They're all going head-to-head.
Consoles. But with just a few months left till the launch of these systems, there are still many things we don't really know fully about them. What is the actual release date of these systems? And more importantly, what are the prices of these consoles going to be going for? After the successful reveal of the PlayStation 5, many people have hopped back onto the Sony bandwagon. But Xbox still has a major event coming up in July that will probably showcase a lot of things about the Xbox Series X, and maybe even its little brother, the Xbox Lockhart, now being referred to as the Xbox Series S.
Uh-oh, Blue Tech's shaking his head.
Actually playing a game of chicken with Sony on the pricing of these systems. Some new rumors are floating around from some pretty credible sources.
Oh, they're credible. Blues Tech, they're credible sources, though.
Yeah, credible sources have been known to be wrong.
Yeah. What's up, Matt? You could come on here. Hey, we might talk about. Does anyone have any comments on The Last of Us Part 2? Or save that for later?
I've never played it.
Never played it.
No interest in it? Okay, that's a lot of chaos right now.
I didn't get to say this before, but the design of the Xbox Series X kind of reminds me of that one Apple computer that everyone was talking about that kind of looks like a cheese grater, like the top of it.
Oh yeah.
It reminds me of an HTC PC, home theater PC.
Although
in my realm.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I was more for the. I know Atari Creep is. I don't think he has any. We'll have to finish the video, but I don't think he has any interest in this because he doesn't like all the buttons and all the sticks. All too complicated.
I don't have the brain for the button.
No. yeah, some old school gamers aren't into all that. I'll be honest, when I just want to relax, I want to get into the game, get into the action. And sometimes I buy new gen stuff and I just sits there because I'm like,
I think the
I'm
PS4
investment.
is like a good like entry level console for old school gamers because it's like it's complex, but it's not too complicated to where you can't understand it and you can't like pick it up and use it. It's like a little bit more accessible than some of the other like new gen consoles.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. Eddie Glue. Follow me at Mad Max Movies 1. I got to get you on the show. Oh, Matt Jarbo's here. Have you been Matt? What do you think about? You might have some comments on this next gen. And have you been playing Last of Us Part 2?
Yeah, I have been.
Okay. All right. We can't give spoilers here. I finally I'm like, people are talking about this everywhere. I'll remove this for a second, then we'll get back to the video. People are talking about this everywhere, and they're upset about a plot twist, which we're not going to reveal here. And I watched the spoilers because I'm like, I'm not going to get the game for a while, and I'll still buy it eventually when it goes on sale. But are you enjoying the game so far?
So far, yeah. I'm about. I don't even know how far into the game that I am. I haven't finished what's known as day 1 yet, but I think I'm towards the end of it, and it's insane. Like, I think one of the reasons why people are kind of criticizing it is because they have like a certain headcanon that they wanted to see happen, and then like what they don't realize is that a big part of what this game is about consequences and continuing the cycle of violence, which is exactly what Neil Druckmann had said about the game like a long time ago. And so when you look at it through that critical lens and you're like, okay, apply it to what happened before and what's going on, then you're like, yeah, you can kind of see what's happening and why it's happening. But the thing that a lot of people I don't think realize is that they have to kind of take themselves out of the equation and realize that while they are playing this character, this is her story. And it's not going to go the way that they want it to, if I'm going to quote The Last Jedi here.
Yeah. He did go Ryan Johnson up in there, but Last of Us has always been more, and Naughty Dog's been going more towards movie type experiences for gaming, like mass market. You know, they've been going that route. So they treated it like a movie, really plot twist. If you're attached to certain things, it is gonna subvert your expectations.
Wait, do you mean that cancel culture is finally coming to video games? Really?
Yes.
Oh, it's been there. It's been there a long time.
I just am upset because one game people want to F Naughty Dog constantly. It's one game. They've done so much in the past.
But Max, that doesn't matter. Let's be real. The leaks came out. Angry people with tiny peepees got mad. And then they started freaking out over it. And then other angry people with tiny peepees got mad. And they're like, let's beat our chest over this whole thing. And we're going to blow it out of proportion because we're in the middle of a pandemic. Nothing else is going on. And our peepees are tiny.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of it, so they started. And so then you start looking then there's the pushback from the company trying to protect their assets.
Yeah.
And then that creates a straw man argument that they're able to use in order to make their PP feel a little bit bigger. It's an illusion, but it's what they're able to do to try to make themselves feel more like a man. It's like, well, I'm upset that the story is about a girl going through pain and suffering. I'm upset at that because it's not what I wanted in the video game. So I'm going to spoil it for everybody. I'm going to share all these memes. And when, and when I finally...
We're losing viewers.
I don't care. This is my show.
Thanks, man. I did get one. I know for sure I lost a couple subscribers when I was defending Naughty Dog. It said on my analytics. I'm like,
oh, come on, dude. Again.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't.
PP? Is that where we are? They just want to flex it.
I don't want
to. People just need to really start to understand that, and I'm guilty of it too. But in general, people just need to understand that games, movies, TV shows, guess what? It's not about you. It's about telling the damn story.
Yeah. Well, I likened it to Walking Dead. There's Walking Dead plot twists like this that happen on TV. Do you see where I'm going with that, Matt, without spoiling anything? If you want an experience like that for the series to go forward, plus they want to make this into a TV series.
Yeah, and I think it'd be a really interesting TV series, especially the guy that got to direct it. His work on Chernobyl was insane.
Yeah.
So I think like that's going to be pretty wild. But when you really break it down, and I'm making jokes about tiny peepees, but I'm being serious.
Yeah, please move on from the peepees. This isn't Leaky Peacock.
Lifted trucks.
Matt comes in here and it skews one way. Okay.
All I'm saying is like they're mad and they're compensating for something, whatever it might be, I don't know. But really, what it is that solid discourse and storytelling doesn't happen on the internet. It just doesn't happen. And
to be fair though, I wasn't attached to characters in this game like I was to Luke Skywalker. To be fair,
well,
but still,
years of Luke Skywalker. You had 7 years of The Last of Us. So it's a complete, and you had one entity, well, two if you count the DLC, versus a bunch of movies and comic books and books and everything else. So it's like, but I'll put it to you like this. Here's a good example. The Red Wedding from Game of Thrones. Okay. For those of you who have seen The Red Wedding, you know what I'm talking about. It comes out of nowhere and it just happens. And it's this moment of like pure shock. And it's this moment of, oh my God, I can't believe they did that. And then the rest of it is about dealing with the consequences of that particular act. The same thing's happening with The Last of Us Part 2. There's consequences that have carried forward from the lived experiences of these characters in this apocalyptic world. Yeah. Where especially if you look at Joel's character, go back to the first game, and I'm talking about consequences here. He's like, look, I've been on both sides of these traps where I have trapped people and I've killed them. And I've been trapped and I've had to fight my way out. Because it's a dog-eat-dog world. It's a dark, misery-based existence. I
watched and I was like, this is compelling, but I'm also not attached to the characters. So I can understand if you're interested, but you have to think, is this going to take gaming into a different, push it forward into like movie-like experience? Like,
it's been there.
Yeah.
That's old news.
I mean, was it Halo 2, for example? There's an awesome shot of they went and they got this happened back in like the mid 2000s. You had a whole bunch of these game studios go and hire Hollywood producers to come in and craft these scenes that would be like, these cinematics that would be very blockbuster-esque. And as a result of that, like we've seen that whole thing blow up to where like these set pieces in video games are massive, they're huge, they're bombastic. And the cinematics match those experiences because the audience always wants you to go harder, stronger, faster. That's what the audiences always want. They always want the ante up. But if you look at The Last of Us Part 2, The Last of Us Part 2 has more to do with slowing things down and looking at it through a slice of life perspective. Part of this thing I like about the game is just when I'm walking through these open world environments, like they have big sections that are open world, and you're walking through them, and the dialogue between the characters as they're interacting with what they see, for in many cases the first time, not understanding what these are because they've grown up in a post-apocalyptic world, and they're also like just talking about certain things, and you get these moments of like not so much levity, but just like of character development and bonding, character building. And apparently, again, that's a bad thing to some people because they can't make their tiny PP feel bigger for shooting.
All right. Well, thanks.
That's what I think about that.
Yeah, thanks for your thoughts, for sharing. Because I actually we got to move on to something else that Tari Creep could be. Tari Creep doesn't know anything about this, but I wanted to also say I'm interested in just watching the cinematic movie. Has that been uploaded anywhere?
I'm pretty sure it is, but it's like there's a bumper sticker here next to me that says "Condoms prevent minivans." on a minivan. That's pretty funny. I'm out doing food
Awesome.
delivery right now on Father's Day. Yay me! But
Oh,
no,
happy Father's Day.
thank you. I spent the whole morning and with my dad and my girls and my nephews. It was a lot of fun. So, but no, it's but the cinematics don't have all the context because a lot of the context comes from the in-game dialogue, and that's the hardest part. Like if someone wanted to take an actual like an editor, like a student editor or a professional editor, wanted to take a stab at trying to meld this together as a cinematic experience, you probably could, but it would take time. And then just re-uploading the cinematics, again, they lack a lot of serious context. Because when you're in the game, you overhear dialogue from NPCs, not in cinematics, that give you an idea as to like what's happening in the world around, you know? And so it's some of that stuff is fascinating to keeping the story moving, given the topic, you know, the whole point of the game. So there's that. That's all I want to say about that. Really, it's a good game.
Well, I recommend not making a video saying your thoughts because it'll get smashed the hell out of it. People are mad at this game.
I don't care, dude. Like, I have no problem. I'm going to talk about it when I'm done with it. Like, I had a guy today tell me.
I bought the first game and it's still in the packaging. This is why I'm excited about the Amico. Is like it's a time investment. I'm like, and we're losing viewers. Okay, so let's talk about what are your thoughts on the next gen, Matt?
I want it to come out. I want the PS5. I don't know how I'm going to pay for it yet.
Nobody does.
I don't know what it's going to cost me. I don't know how many hand jobs it's going to be. It's going to be a lot, probably.
What the hell?
So,
all right.
I just want to make a really terrible joke at my own expense before I leave.
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
I'm interested in the next gen, obviously. And the Amico sounds interesting. I need to see more.
Well, you can have Tommy's on everybody's channel. It'll come on your channel.
Like I don't have like a gaming channel. I talk about movies and pop culture, and so you know, I don't really want to like.
Tommy.
Gaming is pop culture, man.
Yeah.
So my channel's called.
It's not 20 years ago.
You know.
All right. Well, we're gonna finish this reaction about supposed leaks on prices.
There's a lot of those leaks out there. I guess. I just wish it.
What you don't like the Xbox the way it looks?
It looks like a gigantic freaking obelisk. Like it's gonna come
tiny
out
compared to the PS5.
Yeah, the PS5 is what the hell, man. These things are huge. I don't get that.
No, I don't like. I hate the way the PS5 looks, and I'm like, how am I gonna fit that in my?
Yeah, if you measure the USB port on the front of the PS5, and then you with Photoshop or Paint or whatever, and scale it up and duplicate it, yeah, the PS5 is going to be bigger than a fat PS3 was.
God, those George Foreman girls were a hell of a thing back in the day.
You know what? If the S is true and the price is small and it's also small, that could be a big benefit.
300 minimum.
Okay. Let's see. Let's get back to it.
And they're going to be taking about probably a 40% loss on that 300.
Yeah. I'll see you later.
All right. See you. Thanks, Matt. Thanks for all the peen talk. Bye.
Series family of systems could be drastically cheaper than both the PlayStation 5 Digital and the PlayStation 5 Standard Edition. Now, what are these prices? And more importantly,
I would stop it here, Atari Creep. If it was $200 for a little box and it's next gen and it comes with a nice controller and you could get digital games, there's some retro digital games on the storefront. Would that interest you at all or just not?
Right. How much is it?
The rumor is, which Blues Tech really disagrees with me, is $200
for the Series S.
200.
It's for an
1080p console.
It's for
not the X, the S.
Yeah, it's not as. It does not have the power of the other one. It's a little bit better than the 1X that you have now.
You know what? No. Maybe down the line, just to have something extra in the house, but no.
When it's 100 used.
All right. Well, let's see.
What sort of impact would it have on this holiday season?
We'll see what comes with it.
Okay.
Season,
For it.
I think we should talk about this. What's going on, guys? I'm RGT85. If this is your first time on the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. But without any further ado, let's talk about the latest price leaks for the Xbox Series X and see what sort of impact this could have on the video game marketplace come this holiday season. So pricing on both the PlayStation 5 and Microsoft's upcoming console, the Xbox Series X, has really been all over the place when it comes to rumors. I think when you look at both systems, the PlayStation 5 seems to have more known things than the Xbox Series X does.
Eddie agrees with you,
in terms of pricing when you look at the
Yeah,
system.
because 200
One
is
thing that we, of course,
unrealistic.
know about the PlayStation 5 is roughly how much it's going to cost.
I can't see 200 for any
manufacture
tech.
each one of these systems when it comes to the
When was
standard
the last
edition of
time a
system.
console launched
being
of
said
any
that it's
kind
about
at $200?
Well, see, the thing I think if they did go that route, which would be really dramatic, it would disrupt the industry.
350 would still be dramatic.
But the reason that
faith in it though.
the reason they might try it is to like really shift everyone over to Xbox in that upgrade, promote that upgrade. Whatever you go move forward, and then you upgrade your console later. Get lots of people in.
Wait for the Series X and the Series S to launch, and then buy an Xbox One X for $100.
Okay.
Yeah. Now,
Like-
do you think? Let me ask this. Let me ask this of the rest of the panel here. Do you think if this thing came out $200, do you think brand recognition and/or loyalty would save it? I would think if something like this would come out for $200, regardless of what its specs are, I think people would lose faith in it, whether they're an Xbox fan or not, whether they're gamers or not. I think when they see a modern piece of tech like that and they see $200, I think that might scare them a little bit to think maybe it's a little underpowered, maybe it's a couple of gens backwards, whether it is or it isn't. I'm wondering if anyone here thinks that people would lose faith in it just on that price point alone.
I'm not sure. I mean, I think people who are fans of Xbox would buy it regardless of whatever it costs.
So you do think loyalty or recognition would save it?
Yeah, I think the hardcore are going to go for the most high powered, and I think this is good. If they went this route, maybe even 250, but they're saying 300 definite.
I guarantee you that the Series S is for the casual gamers.
Yeah.
So nobody who's interested in buying a new Xbox right now is going to buy a Series S. They're going to buy a Series X.
Okay.
All
right. That would also be kind of rough for the Amico if it was at 200.
I know. I actually just had a private Twitter conversation about that with Tommy.
Oh, okay. All right. Private. Darn.
He's not worried. We'll just say that.
Oh, he's not worried.
Oh, okay. I bet he's not.
$150+ in order to manufacture the PlayStation 5 Standard Edition.
Those controllers are going to be
likely
expensive.
this system will be
it's got a new
$500.
camera.
Now, of course, PlayStation came out at the end of their event with a pretty big surprise.
Media
There
remote
was going to be the PlayStation 5 Standard Edition. There was going to be a PlayStation.
I'm guessing
5
it's for if you watch movies on there.
Can you go back to the remote?
Oh yeah. Hold on.
Standard edition of the system. It's being said that it's about $450+ in order to manufacture the PlayStation 5 Standard Edition. So more than likely, this system will be about $500. Now, of course, PlayStation came out at the end of their event with a pretty big surprise. There wasn't just going to be the PlayStation 5 Standard Edition.
That's the one thing I wanted.
What?
A volume control.
Oh.
You mean like on the remote?
Yeah. Yeah, I've said it from day one, like from the first time I had an original Xbox. Why doesn't the console have independent volume control?
Okay, that's good.
Like, why? Well, I should be able to turn it up and down from the controller or from my phone or whatever,
The other thing I'm curious is this from the media remote, the headphones, and the HD camera all coming together?
Hell no.
Okay, are they just showing off?
No, you're gonna get one controller in the console, and that's it.
So,
well, didn't the
100 at least jalapeno milk says?
Didn't the PS4 come with 2 controllers? Like I remember when I bought my PS4, I got an extra one or something.
Maybe you got
I
a
think
special
you might have
deal.
bought a bundle or something.
Yeah.
It would have to have been.
There haven't been any 2 controller console launches in Long time.
I think the reason they're bumping up that controller too is yes, I think Jalapeno Milk's right. I think they're going to be charging more the PS4 controllers. They saw how people bought the Pro controller for the Switch, which is overpriced, I think. And they can charge that much for next gen controllers. I mean, get ready for $70, $80 controllers. They used to be $60.
Can someone correct me if I'm wrong, but it was a while ago, so this is probably outdated information, but wasn't it announced that the Xbox One controllers will be forward compatible with the Xbox Series X?
I don't know.
I was pretty sure that was announced like 3-4 months ago or some crap. Like, that's a huge selling point if it's true. Just saying, like,
hey, listen, I'm not.
I got 6.
I'm not for or against either side. I like Amico. I like that it's different. But the way Sony's going here is new controller. You can't go. You have to upgrade everything with this. This is an expensive proposition. If you're getting all that, the media, the remote, the new HD camera, you may not even be able to use the PS4 camera.
Yeah, but let's remember something about Sony's history with adding things to controllers. Name one revolutionary thing that they said was revolutionary that anybody actually uses on their controllers.
You're right.
Not one thing. Like, the closest you could get is maybe the 6-axis controls, but no one even used that. So what's
that's what killed Factor 5. That 6-axis, go betting on that 6-axis with that Dragon game. That's what killed it. They layer. Wasn't that the name of the game? All right, let's finish this so Guitar Creep can look at my
PlayStation
NES
5 digital
collection.
edition. Basically, this digital edition would not have a disc drive on it. So, of course, this is done to keep costs down on this version of the system. Many people are expecting this system to be around the $400 price range, considering that it's really
the games do look
technology cool as the PlayStation 5 is when it comes to things like
they look the same to me.
Flops, SSD. The main difference, of course, being the fact that this will not have a disc drive on it. Now, disc drives can be a bit expensive, as we've seen throughout the console generations. So this is a way for people to get into the PlayStation 5 library of systems at a lower price point. Now, both Sony and Microsoft have dipped their toes into the all-digital stuff beforehand. We've seen it over the past couple of years. Of course, Sony was the first to really do it with the PSP system. There was the PSP Go, which was an all-digital PlayStation Portable system. The PlayStation Portable, of course, used a UMD drive. So they got rid of the UMD drive and made it an all-digital system. And, well, it didn't work out all that great. Now, of course, some of that had to do with the memory of the PlayStation Portable Go, because it had that proprietary memory card system, and those memory cards were just so expensive.
Yeah.
You were better off getting like a used PSP and getting the UMD games for much cheaper than you were just buying everything digitally. The Xbox One S All Digital Edition, or Xbox One SAD, it was penned, was of course released onto the marketplace with little to no fanfare. And once again, I do feel like there were some determining factors when you look at that system, though, because of the fact that, well, the Xbox One wasn't really all that popular. Of course, it didn't sell all that great comparatively to the PlayStation 4 or the Nintendo Switch. So releasing an all digital version of a console that's not really popular in the first place wasn't, of course, the brightest decision. But I feel like that was more of just a sort of marketing strategy to sort of see how the video game world would accept an all digital version of a console.
Let's get going
because
here.
Let's face it, that's what
Xbox Game Pass I like a lot.
Keeps costs down.
I have both, and I only keep online for my Xbox because that Games with Gold and Game Pass is a really good service. So I'm actually thinking about next gen more. The PS5 is just way too. It's a big expense right away.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
everything about it's too much.
Yeah,
it's the lesser console.
Cash, form factor, everything.
What's that, Blues Tech?
It's the lesser console.
What?
Technically speaking, it's the lesser of the two consoles.
Oh, the PS5.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. That's why we bring you along, Blues Tech.
In the GPU alone, the Xbox Series X is going to have 15 to 20% more GPU power.
Oh, all right.
Like right off the bat, and that's a huge amount for like same generation tech.
The only thing that I'm interested really in the PS5, the games look cool. The games, and I think they're going to continue with VR. because they had that Astrobot and the sizzle reel. Astrobot's coming back, and that's a VR game. They wouldn't make that suddenly a non-VR game. That would piss people off. So VR and that new Squadrons game that anyone hear about that Squadrons game? It looks really cool.
Yeah, it looks
I
great.
did.
All VR with Battlefront 2. That one mission was so amazing. So I can't wait for that. So let's finish this out. He's not even named the price yet. You're too long-winded, RGT.
And you could do things like make the system
Could have done the
cheaper
Review
and get
Tech
more
USA
revenue
one.
based
Oh, there's
on
an
your
ad
revenue
coming up.
selling
I
for the
should've.
system.
Joe Biden
Uh,
is sleeping.
Oh,
we don't want to talk
not
about
a-
that.
Boo.
But like I said,
No
we've gotten
politics
a lot
here.
more information on PlayStation 5 pricing than we have on the Xbox Series X pricing when it comes to things like how much
Man,
the
you
system
took a
is
while
going
to.
cost
You really
to
want that
manufacture.
retention.
Many
Get to
people
the point
expected
way at
the
the end.
Xbox Series X
He
to
would
be
have already
this
lost
is a
me.
this is a
$200
common
system,
thing
and I
that a
kinda
lot of
was one of-
YouTubers do is that they talk a lot and they
Well,
talk
that's
so
the
much
game,
to get to the point.
Oh yeah, I
Right.
should have pre-watched this.
of those people just because of the amount of technology in it. It, of course, is going to be the strongest console on the market with 12 teraflops in it. And so it's going to be a beast of a console, much like the Xbox One X was when it comes to premium consoles. But what if Microsoft is doing something different than what Sony is doing? Because we know that Sony is doing an all-digital PlayStation 5. And it's essentially, from what we know, going to be the same PlayStation 5 system, just minus a disk drive. But what if Xbox just goes in a different direction with it? And that's what it looks like is going to happen with the Xbox Lockhart, which is now being referred to as the Xbox Series
Okay,
X.
finally.
So when it comes to the Xbox Series S, this is being rumored to be around 4 teraflops, which of course would be a fraction of the 12 teraflops that the Xbox
Wrong.
Series X is going to bring to the
Oh,
marketplace.
wrong.
And it'll actually be less than the
You should do reactions on your channel, Blues Tech, correcting RGT 85.
It's already been confirmed by off the record sources and other people's official articles that
Okay.
it's going to be at least the same the equivalent GPU power as the Xbox One X. So 6,
Okay.
not 4.
All right.
Xbox One X's 6 teraflops. But of course, it will be an upgrade over the Xbox One VCR, so that's going to be an important factor. Now, there's going to be no disk drive on this, which will be, of course, just like the Xbox One All Digital Edition, meaning that, of course, you would have to have a good amount of space for the games, and really, services would probably be heavily touted on this system. Now, like I said, PlayStation 5 is doing the All Digital system as well, and many are expecting
Oh my
$100
God,
price
Mike
break
Zero
on this.
levels
But
here.
this is
Come
where
on.
things just got absolutely
Yeah,
crazy.
saying
because
a lot but saying
supposedly,
nothing
from
at
a
the
very
same
reputable
time.
insider,
Yep.
the Xbox Series S system is going to be cheap, as
Okay.
in like $200 cheap. Now, this information is coming to us from a insider named Eastman, who allegedly has a very good track record when it comes to things like
Says
this.
Everybody
This
does
was
till they
the
don't.
following. Last
Yeah.
I heard, it will be half the price of the Xbox Series X. And last I heard, Last I heard,
What
it'll
do
be
you
half the
mean?
price of the Xbox Series X. And last
Hold
I
on,
heard,
wait.
Microsoft
So he's saying
were
that the
prepared for
Xbox
a
Series X is going to be $400? Get off your crack, bud. Like, what the hell? No.
All
gonna
right,
be,
Blues
it's gonna
Tech.
be $500 to $600 for the Series X. Everybody in the world knows it.
Okay.
Like,
I think this is
insane.
the last time I'm reacting to RGT 85. Completely.
I never even heard of this
$100
YouTuber
Xbox
until you
Series
showed
X.
me.
I'm not sure what the final price will be. I think if Sony is in the $500 to $600 price range, Microsoft may try to go in at the $200 to $400 to $500 price range.
He's basically. I'm done. I'm trashing this video.
Uh,
He basically said nothing.
Yeah, it's
He said nothing.
it's a
I'm
waste-
sorry, viewers. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
he just mumbles off.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
he just
that's-
listed like the broadest price gaps that are like possible to say on a console launch.
I should
Like,
have.
He
Yeah,
does,
no,
he
it's
does the
gonna be
same
in
thing that Mike Zero and the Leaky Peacock do, where they spend the first half of the video giving like facts, stuff that people can't really disagree with, and then they actually get to the real topic, and then after that they just devolve into all kinds of nonsense.
So my
Like,
apology.
I don't understand YouTubers like that because they don't they get it? Like the shorter your video is, the higher your viewer retention.
Oh my god,
is.
the attention span of the average viewer. It's like
What the hell? Yeah, like
he talks
on most
fast.
of my videos, 3 to 6 minutes, depending on length, and
Yeah.
all my videos are over 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I try to keep them under 6 for that specific reason.
I failed. Mladen, do you have any interest in video games?
I only played previous gen games. I
Okay.
not caught up with current ones.
All right. I've just been
It's okay.
yeah.
Not everything's about modern.
Oh, cool. That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah. I've been loading up my EverDrive. I finally got a Genesis EverDrive, and
Nice.
I
Oh,
got
that's right. That's right.
And listen, I tried. Sci-fi froze up. Okay, I try to get as legal as much as I can, but I'm telling you what, emulation is great for the future too, because you can't get licensing. It's just such a headache. And if you just want to play games, if you just want to enjoy games,
There has not been a single person, at least in the United States, prosecuted or sued over over having ROMs or emulators. Not a single person.
selling them's different. Yeah.
Yeah, selling. Possessing is completely different.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, this YouTuber. I'm sorry. I'm smart. Sorry, guys. I should have picked a better video. Yeah, so I will show you the second half of my Super Nintendo collection, which I haven't looked at in a long time. And that's the next EverDrive I'm gonna get. Let's see, and I gotta upload. Oh shoot. Which way did I go before? Okay. I tried to use a marker. Super Castlevania.
Nice.
Great game.
One of my favorite games ever.
Super Metroid.
Oh my god, yes.
Fatal Fury 2.
Mm-hmm.
Art of Fighting. And believe me, I prefer Neo Geo, but I can never afford one. So that's one I emulate. I try to buy with all the collections I can. Super Tennis. Any movie topics, Baladen, that I'm missing today?
There is a rumor that Jeffrey Dean Morgan is going to reprise the role of Thomas Wayne, but as the Flashpoint Thomas Wayne.
Oh, I hope they get that movie going. Oh, that's right. Blues Tech had. What's your opinion on the DC movie universe while I show these off? Blues Tech.
Okay. Well, it's a garbage fire.
Still? Okay. Is there anything okay? That's some heat. That's a pretty bold statement. What's explain? Is there any DC universe movie you like?
I'm not saying that I dislike every single thing there. I'm saying that on the overarching whole, it's a dumpster fire.
Mm-hmm.
I liked Wonder Woman. I liked Aquaman. That's it.
Joker.
Release the Snyder Cut. Release the Snyder Cut. No.
Okay, but my issues with the DCCU go all the way back to 2011, and I have one name to say: Tom Welling. Okay, he should have been Superman. And they then and there, that's it for me. And then when they go to current day, they already had the Flareoverse on TV. They should have extended that into the movies instead of confusing an audience who's already watching the Flareoverse, have been for 3 years at the time, and introducing new characters. Like, why? Why do that? You split an audience completely, and it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
I think Grant Gustin over Ezra Miller 100% for Flash.
I could see that. Ezra Miller, he's apparently coming back though. He's the one that I'm like, I'm not against him, but he didn't sell me on it. I think this might be worth something. This one, Iowa Goes West. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that one.
You know what's not worth anything?
What?
This thing.
Is that a bootleg one?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I can't get a real one now. I didn't get, does it work at all?
Tiny. Oh yeah, it works until it doesn't.
Which one is it?
After $30. It is the family
knockoffs.
computer system.
Oh,
I don't-
okay.
Yeah, I don't know who it's by, but it is tiny.
Let's be real. The factories that made the Nintendo, they probably they sell the shells out to other people.
That's the size comparison. That's a standard Bic lighter.
Oh,
Also, this is on the wrong side.
okay.
Like,
Yeah. Yep.
War of the
if you're gonna
Gems.
knock it off, at least get it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 or 3 different multi-carts in that one.
What's that? What's that, Secrete? What about multi-card?
I was saying if that's the one I think it is, there's a couple of different multi-carts you can tap into on that board.
This thing has like 50 or so games on it, I think.
Here's a good shooter. This
Yeah.
is always a funny cover because it's an old guy with a banjo. It's for
That
shooting.
is such a great game too.
It's for shmup.
Yeah.
All
You know,
right.
Super Nintendo didn't have many good shooters, but that was a good one.
I sold all my inbox.
Not like my beloved Genesis.
Yeah. Do you have a Super Nintendo? Atari Creep? Atari Creep? Can you hear me?
No, I don't have an actual console. No,
Oh, okay.
no, I got rid of mine a while ago. I
Oh,
fought
no.
the EverDrive thing for the longest time,
You fought it?
and then I got one, and then I had a buddy of mine who really needed a Super Nintendo, and I didn't use mine much, so I figured I got it here on the laptop. I don't use Super Nintendo too often. I shipped it off to him.
Oh, that's nice. I still have mine. My Super
Yeah.
Nintendo.
I won't get rid of my Genesis though.
No. Although I sold my Genesis games, Creep.
Oh, I did too.
Because
I kept a very few select ones, and I went SD card. I went EverDrive. My buddy actually, I fought it for so long, dude. And my buddy, Mr. Paku Paku, a really good friend of mine from Arizona, he's here on YouTube too, sent me one. It said, dude, just get down with it, man.
Oh, it's so
And I
easy.
haven't looked back since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you just want to play and not worry about all the other things, it's. I mean, I tried to go legal with the Wii Virtual Console. I bought so many Virtual Console games; they're stuck on my Wii U. They don't move forward.
Yeah.
And you'll never get a storefront as great for retro games as the Virtual Console was. Once people found out that they can make money, the people that own the licenses, you weren't going to get them as cheap. You're not going to get those rare games. Not the EverDrive, but the Evercade is the best way to get legal games. Are you thinking about the Evercade, Atari Creep? That's a good
Not
system.
right now. Not right now. I really dig everyone's look at it, and I'm glad everyone's enjoying it. It's just more of the same for me. I don't know. I'm conflicted with it. I don't plan on getting one. I don't know. It just seems like more of the same to me personally.
There's some rare games on it though.
Oh, I'm sure.
That one Xeno Crisis game is still going a lot for the Genesis, and you're going to be able to get it for $20. And I haven't bought that yet. I'm really looking forward to that game.
Max, do you have a Switch?
Yes.
Talk to me after the show.
Okay. All right. Mega Man X. I'm debating whether I'm holding on to these. Alien 3, because I am going to get an EverDrive.
What do you guys think of Alien 3, the movie?
You know what? I don't mind it now. Now that time has gone by.
Yeah.
I absolutely despised it when it came out.
Yeah.
I know now that I know the background of everything that went on. I accept it. Maybe I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I think it's better. I agree. As time went on, it got a little better for me, especially seeing what came after.
Right.
Yeah. Did you guys watch the assembly cut of Alien 3, or did you guys only see the theatrical cut?
It was theatrical, I believe. Always.
Theatrical.
I'm not sure if I've seen the assembly cut. I don't think I have.
Oh, okay.
All right, Kirby's. What's your thoughts on Star Trek? Blues Tech. Are you watch Star Trek at all, Target Creep?
No. I grew up watching the originals. I've just never. It just never grabbed me.
Okay.
Maybe it was too intellectual.
No. Why you always put yourself down at Target Creep?
Intellectual.
I dig the vibe of it. I just can't get into it. That's all.
Okay.
That's like
I've only seen the J.J. Abrams movies.
Oh god.
Well, I mean, I guess the third one wasn't directed by J.J. Abrams. It was directed by that Fast and Furious guy. I forget his name. I think it was name's blanking out on me, but he directed one of the Fast and Furious movies.
He directed.
Sorry to hear that, son of God.
3, 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
It's okay. We don't need to talk about Star Trek Beyond and the producer saying it was the most cerebral Star Trek thing ever produced.
Cerebral.
Yeah, it was cerebral. That's why you had an explosion every 30 seconds or less.
Oh man. What
Yeah,
about
it
the
was
new TV
real.
series?
Discovery.
Picard Discovery. Man, Blues Tech comes in with the hot takes.
I don't want to get political on your show, but I am sick of all this SJW,
Oh, my
BS, and
goodness.
Star Trek.
This guy right here. This guy.
I'm sick and tired of it. All right.
Oh, okay.
That is,
Yeah.
Star Trek is always
Just
been
entertain
progressive.
me. I don't care about your views. That's
Star
how I
Trek
look
has
at it.
always been progressive, but it's never been.
It has.
It's never been do it this way or die.
Okay.
And that's how
Right.
Discovery is, and that's how Picard is, and that's how everything this moving forward is going to be. And it's part of this new culture that's coming up, and it's ridiculous. Let
Okay.
people have
old
their
Star
own
Trek was
opinion.
progressive. Well, old Star Trek was progressive in that it went with the flow. It wasn't trying to hammer something down your friggin' throat.
Exactly.
Okay.
A huge
Exactly.
difference. Huge
Yeah.
difference.
And subtlety
Oh,
and
and Brian
tact,
Hill
okay.
just said who the director of Star Trek Beyond was. Justin Lin. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. I like Star Trek Beyond. Next game. This is hey Blues Tech. I need to get you on more conversations because you're not afraid to speak your mind. You too.
No,
with
I'm
Target
not.
Creep. We
After my second to last video, I'm not afraid to speak my mind on anything now.
Oh, okay.
I'm
All
not afraid to
right.
say anything.
Go check him out. Go pimp your channel.
No, don't go watch that video because I'll lose subscribers.
Did you lose some?
No, I didn't.
I'm watching
No,
it right now.
That's what pisses me off. I did not lose any subscribers.
You mad that you didn't? Okay.
No, this is what I'm mad about. The only comments I have are positive. Okay. I have a 50-50 like to dislike ratio, which has never happened to me before.
Okay.
And
ever on YouTube.
I did not lose any subscribers.
Okay.
So everybody who has a problem with what I said, first off, they're idiots. Second off,
what's this video?
It's everybody needs to hear this, and it's talking about how we shouldn't group people and how everybody is just everybody. We're all humans, and if you find it in you to support one group over another, then you're a racist because you are.
All right. That is hot.
That's getting disliked out of nowhere, and like no unsubscribes, no one's commenting negative things. Stop being chicken shits. If you're gonna dislike my video, at least tell me why. I'm more than happy to have a discussion about it.
Yeah.
I'd like to know your opinion, but like, don't just dislike my video and check out.
Yeah. Well, that's the internet.
Right. Well, some system's stupid anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm happy you spoke your mind and said how you feel. I think that's brave. So
It took a lot for me to do that because
All
I'm a
right.
little fledgling channel, and I wasn't trying to kill what viewership I already had.
All right. So check them
knows,
out.
you
Blues
bring a
Tech.
lot of people
Do you
in.
want us to keep calling you Blues Tech, or what do you want to go by?
Blues Tech's fine.
All right, Blues Tech. All right. King of Monsters 2. To balance out the hot topics. I have a lot here. The reason I have a better Super Nintendo collection is I bought this when I was in my 20s. My Genesis collection can kind of suck because it's what my parents bought me. We were poor, so I got what was there. I got what's at the used game store or the bargain bin, It's not like top choice. So when I got in my 20s, I got a job, I got some money, I scooped this up the right time, and I resold some of them for like I at the resale shop. I still had the box. Apparently, the Super Mario World that's not All Stars in box was worth a lot. And I bought them from $5, and they had to give me like 50 or something for it, just to resell for like 80 to 100. And
That's awesome.
I had the receipt in the box still. I'm like, look, they bought this from our store, and he's selling it back to us like 15 years later. So that's the way to go. Donkey Kong.
That is the way to go.
Yeah. So I'm debating. I might want to keep this one. I'm definitely keeping my Dreamcast.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about. I have my Amicos pre-ordered, and I'm thinking about next gen, but I don't know. I don't need to jump onto it to tick. Or I could just buy the games for my. I have a One X.
Or you could just buy a $25 PSP and a $25 micro SD card that's 128 gigs, and then you can have all the games you want from all the way back to the Atari.
I do have bought a PSP. But I need a better SD card. Again, I'll have to talk to you after this.
I'll edit my statement I just made by saying do so only if you already own legal copies of the games.
Oh, yeah, I own everything. Or I did at one point. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Tournament Fighters. Well, I try, but it's impossible. You can't play everything that's great. I want to look. I have a video queued up. Top 100 Super Famicom games that you can't play that are great to play, and I want to check that out. Get those ROMs. Yoshi's Island.
Nice.
So Atari Creep, are you at all into like the anime scene or anime figures or anything like that?
No, I can't get into that either. Almost don't think I'm not into anything. But I did like the Castlevania series. I put up the style for that. That was amazing.
Yeah, I hope they. Man, I have so many games.
What'd you say, Sci-Fi? I couldn't quite hear you.
I said I'm into anime, but not. I've only seen like a few like shows. Like I've seen Cowboy Bebop. I've seen Outlaw Star. I've seen Samurai Champloo, and I recently bought that one. And I recently bought this show called Black Lagoon. I don't know if you heard of it.
Oh my god, I love Black Lagoon. It's amazing.
And a few days ago, I watched the movie called Tokyo Godfathers. I don't know if you've heard of it. I liked it, but I didn't love it as much as other people said. As much as other people like I heard nothing but great things about that movie, and I just couldn't get into it. Something about it. I think it was just the characters. I didn't like any of the characters that much in Tokyo Godfathers.
Why isn't it trending in human? I don't know. There's random stuff trending on Twitter.
So,
because it's underrated. That's why it's trending.
Have you not seen Trigun?
No, I've never seen Trigun.
Oh my god, you have to make a point to see Trigun, to watch all of Trigun. Don't watch the movie. It's crap. Watch the series.
All right.
Make a point of it. It's like my all-time favorite.
Should I give up showing my collection? I'm getting kind of bored showing it.
I mean, you can stop anytime. We're not.
Oh, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. So boring. Tetris 2, Jurassic Park. I was trying to finish what I started last week, but it's taking forever. Yoshi's Cookie.
Are you guys interested in seeing Jurassic World Dominion?
I mean, I'm obligated to see it.
Oh.
my 6-year-old would never forgive me.
Oh, okay. But you hate it? The series?
I could live without it. I could live with it. It's just there.
Exactly.
Jurassic World. Where they're gonna go? Vegas? That's where the last dinosaur
space. I want dinosaurs in outer space.
Yeah, I want to see dinosaurs tearing up Vegas.
No, see, if they
Yeah.
were
You
being
ever
smart
seen
about
the-
plot, they would put them in Dubai. Just saying,
Yeah.
because that's where all the money is, and it would make sense.
All right.
Yeah.
No. Have you ever seen
Do
the
you-
cover of the Demon Attack? It's robotic dinosaurs in outer space. You can get rid of the
Hmm.
robot part, but put those dinosaurs up in outer space. Get some kind of Martians coming in. Now you got me on board.
Jurassic
wait,
Universe.
Did you not see
Jurassic Scouts.
what was it called? It was the Nazi movie.
Oh,
It's a Nazi parody movie.
I've never
crap.
heard of it. Is it called Planet Dinosaur or something?
No,
Project X. Wait, no, not the Project X. Project X is a different movie. Sorry.
it's something Skies.
Oh,
Iron Sky.
well, there was a
Iron
there was
Sky.
like a
Iron Sky.
I
2.
heard it. I saw the trailer. I didn't see the movie.
Yeah,
Write it
Iron
down.
Sky 2 has moon Nazis and T-Rex in space.
Wow.
Well, there was this like really
It's
old.
Oh,
amazing.
Phobic knew that for.
But go watch the first one first.
I just
because
noted that one
this
down.
one's even better.
Okay.
Well, there was this like really old movie from the 1960s where called Planet of the Dinosaurs, I think, where it was like where like these people go to an alien planet and it has nothing but dinosaurs on it.
Huh. All right.
Huh.
What's your thoughts on Blues Tech coming on with all these hot takes on movies? Yeah, we need you on Movie Talk too. What's your take on Godzilla versus King Kong in the Godzilla universe? You might upset a friend on the show, but don't hold
Yeah,
back.
you're looking at him.
I'm okay. Again, I'm not against them. I'm just not really for them. I watch
Oh,
Godzilla for my kid, not me.
okay. Are you a Godzilla fan in the past, like the old school Godzilla movies, or just?
I mean, I remember watching Godzilla and Mothra, and all of the originals and stuff with my dad, but like it just never really held much interest for me. If it wasn't
Oh,
space,
well.
it didn't matter to me. So space or time
Oh.
travel or wormholes or
Yeah, look at your background there. Yeah. What
Well,
about
that's cool. I mean, we all have our different interests.
he
exactly.
translation and sci-fi talk? You're dead to him. No, and so that's all right. We all have our interests. Okay, all right. Bye. Now I put you next to each other.
Well, here I'll make my sci-fi-ness even more sci-fi-ness.
Oh wow, that's nice. I got to work on my green screen. Yeah, he has videos on helping you with green screen too. Blues Tech from when he said.
I have a video. Don't overpromise.
All right.
Never
All right.
overpromise.
Here's a show. Even if you're not a fan of the new Star Trek, that you might. Oh darn it! No, okay. I was going to talk about this in Movie Madness the other day, but I'll share it here, which I'm really looking forward to.
Are you talking about the one where we talked about Jody's Corner, his live stream where he just repeated himself over?
Yeah, I was going to talk about it and you froze up. Oh no, you're okay. So Lower Decks.
Okay.
May include a few characters from Next Generation. You like Next Generation in Blue Tech?
I mean, I grew up mostly on Next Gen, DS9, and Voyager, so like my dad's favorite was Next Gen.
Okay. So this is like
Not
which
me.
creators is this? Rick and Morty writer. Although
Yeah,
the
it's not
future
by the actual Rick and Morty creators, just a
Okay.
writer.
Even the animation looks like from Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Is Lower Decks licensed by CBS and Paramount?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. That
I
actually
mean, I
really
heard it
surprised me.
from the Leaky Peacock when I used to watch him back in the day.
Oh, it's in the year 2380, which places it right after the events of Star Trek Nemesis.
Yeah.
So
I
it
think that's
is
like 10 years after the Dominion War, or not 10, it's 5 to 7 years after the Dominion War.
So this looks like fun. I'll watch this. What's that Family Guy show? I didn't watch that yet. I got to watch that one. It's like Star Trek.
I don't
Futurama.
know. Oh,
No.
Futurama.
No, not Futurama. The live action
Oh.
Star Trek.
The
show.
Orville?
Oh, it's on
Orville,
Galaxy
yeah.
Quest.
Oh, I like Galaxy Quest, but it's not
It's
that.
Orville. It's the
Not that
Orville.
one?
Orville. Yes. I gotta
Oh,
I
okay.
gotta check that out. I've heard good things about that show.
Yeah, it should have been the next Star Trek over Discovery, hands down.
That's what I. Okay, Brian. Oh, what about Picard? Brian, like, hey, Brian. Me and Brian are gonna watch Picard and Discovery. I bought Discovery season 1, but all I've heard was, oh boy.
You should have. Okay, from what I've heard, you should have bought season 2 and left season 1 in the dumpster fire it came from.
Oh, I mean,
Well, Lad, what do you think of this Blues Tech guy with this movie talk? He's got some strong opinions. That's what we like around here.
Yeah, like him, he has strong opinions. I want to comment that I'm currently watching the TNG Star Trek.
Oh, okay, cool.
How far are you in?
I finished season 1. I'm in season 2. Need to watch the second episode.
Nice.
Not a fan what they did with Lieutenant Yar in the first season.
Oh, this is what I wanted to talk about. I forgot. I watched this trailer. I was not looking forward to this at all, and the trailer just sold me. I'm not going to show that. We're not going to watch the trailer here, but the Kingsman series. I just did not like the second one.
Oh, is it for the King's Man, the third
The King's
one?
Man. It looks legit though. It looks really good to me. Did anyone check that out today?
I
Phobic,
saw it
you're
like
not wrong.
a month ago.
What's that, Blues Tech?
I said Phobic is not wrong.
Oh. See, Phobic, I kind of had a feeling that you and Blues Tech would get along. Go sub to his channel, Phobic. He's got some hot
I
takes.
think he already is.
Okay,
Yeah.
Discovery's fun. Hey, I'm gonna watch Discovery with my pal Brian Hill, hopefully.
Hey, that's okay. You're just not going to get a return on your investment.
I got my own mind. I like your opinion, but I'm gonna try and make up my own.
Max is very easily pleased. He likes stuff even when everyone hates it.
Yeah, I'm an easy guy.
Graphically stunning. There, I said something nice about it.
That sold me. Thanks a lot, Blues Tech.
You're
Listen.
welcome. You're part of the problem.
I guess another thing.
You watch CBS or something? Part of the problem. That's where he's on. Oh, Brian Hill is here. Oh, Brian.
Hey, what's happening?
Behind the scenes. I got some Star Trek discussion. Me and you got to watch Discovery and Picard. Yeah, and he's saying don't bother.
No, I heard it. No, I'm firmly in the camp of. I got my Star Trek middle finger with Into Darkness, so I got over it.
Okay.
So anything that they put out now, I'm down for it. Especially any story after what happened in Nemesis. So I like to carry on that one.
Oh, okay.
Next to the already mentioned problems that I have with Discovery, my biggest one for season 1. And I'm not going to give any spoilers, so don't worry. But my biggest problem with Discovery season 1 is that the whole thing was a copyright infringement ripoff.
Oh, yeah, the tardigrades. No, I'll agree. The first season was kind of
tardigrades, all the characters.
Oh yeah.
And the relationships and everything. Like the whole plot from season 1 was completely ripped off a Steam game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, isn't that the tardigrades game? I remember. Hearing about
the Honest Auditing game or whatever.
Yeah,
Target Creep. I'm just as lost as you with their talk.
Yeah,
right? I have no idea what they're talking about.
So there was this Steam game called Tardigrades that has the exact characters, the
Like
exact
Paul Stamets
likenesses, everything, and the exact plot of Discovery season 1, and CBS, or the dude sued CBS, and CBS said that everything in season 1 is standard to sci-fi, and therefore it's free for everybody to use. Okay, if that's the case, then why do you sue all the fan-made creations of Star Trek if it's standard to sci-fi?
Good point.
Yeah, it makes sense. No, I mean, as far as the first season goes, I mean, yeah, it's hit or miss, but you could say the same for damn near every Star Trek series there was.
Oh, yeah, easily.
I'm not a huge fan of the first season of Next Gen, you know what I mean?
All right.
The first seasons in all of them sucked.
Yeah.
Except Enterprise.
Yeah,
I like Enterprise. I like Scott Bakula. I watched Quantum Leap when I was a kid. I love Scott Bakula.
I have to admit,
I'm one of those bad
Quantum Leap was awesome.
likeness of Enterprise. I have to admit to it.
What?
I have to admit that I have an unhealthy likeness and fondness for Enterprise.
Yeah, it's fun. It's just this is why. Here's where I think we get too wound up in different takes on series. Like, there's so many versions of Star Trek. If they changed, like what happened in Star Wars, they changed Luke. There's only one canon Luke in the films. There's so many versions. Like I even though you might not like what JJ did, it's a different alternate universe Kirk and Spock. So that's why I can accept it more easily. Let me have it.
Well, the thing is most people are really into canon on that one. And as far as Star Trek and canon go, I kind of side with J.J. Abrams before he made his first Star Trek movie. Canon was all over the place. I mean, it was like the EU with Star Wars. You had a million books, and only the TV shows.
No,
I'm sorry, Atari.
There's beta canon.
Oh, it's okay. I got to end up bailing you guys here in a minute.
Don't care, man.
Yeah, there's beta canon that is stuff that is not licensed or produced by CBS and Paramount, and then there's canon, which is produced by CBS and Paramount. There's a huge
I understand that.
Like, it's the same thing with Star Wars. If I go and write a book about Luke and whatever, that's not canon.
You know what? I owe it to Atari Creep next time to talk about horror, the next completely necessary podcast.
No, hey, I'm game, man. This is fun to listen to.
Atari Creep, do you do B movies?
I love B movies. Oh God, yeah.
Okay.
Send me a list. I want to get into it.
Okay.
Send me a list.
Oh
You're
yeah,
talking about
yeah.
B horror though, correct?
Huh?
B horror.
Yeah, B horror.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll give you a whole schlock list.
Oh, would you make a video? Recommendation for noobs?
Maybe
For noobs?
Video.
Maybe.
maybe.
It's not good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us on Father's Day, Atari.
Yeah,
Creep.
no
if
problem,
you
guys.
do need to bail, because we might be talking about Star Trek for a little bit.
Oh, that's fine. I got a few things I need to catch up on here anyhow. So
Go
thanks for
suck
having
the
me on
Atari.
again, bud.
Yeah, go
I'll
suck
see
the
you guys
Atari
next
Creep.
week.
Sure. All right. So now let the Star Trek talk commence.
All right. Now that I'm off of work.
Yeah.
No, I mean I'm happy to have anything at this point. I'll give Star Trek Picard a chance, and I kind of like the first season, so I mean it's not too bad.
All right. I want to get a watch party for Orville, because that's pretty easy to watch. I haven't watched one episode yet. Oh, you know, Brian, you didn't.
I've never seen Reveal either.
You're not.
The only reason it has that connection to Star Trek is because of Brandon Braga. Well, and Seth MacFarlane's love of Trek, but
I was gonna say that.
I never really liked it that much.
Oh,
And
okay.
he's been on Star Trek multiple times. Like, he's always wanted to do a Star Trek series. So I think
okay.
Yeah.
I think to take the real fan.
Well,
like
if they'd
that, I
actually
wish
let
that-
him do a Star Trek series, that'd have been cool.
Yeah.
because he's a fan. Like, let a fan do it. That simple.
Oh, I understand. Alex Kurtzman's not a fan. I don't
That's okay.
begrudge anybody on that one. I don't like it. But I do like the Next Generation timeline, and like I said, I'm just going to give it a shot. And I got
Alright.
tired of the fandom menace in their opinion, so I was like, nah, make my own damn one.
All right.
As for Picard,
All right, guys.
I've got to admit I've only seen the first 5 episodes thus far, because honestly, social media killed it for me.
Yeah.
Not
Social media
because-
kills everything, though.
not because
Unfortunately.
of, like, massive spoilers or plot spoilers or anything, but like I just heard 1 or 2 things that I didn't like about it, and that was enough for me, because like Discovery already burnt me out, and like I could already tell by the tonal shift in Picard from TNG. Like,
Well, I mean, they kind of had that tonal shift in Deep Space Nine, though, especially in
Yeah,
the last couple seasons.
No, like there's a tonal shift from Deep Space Nine, or from Next Generation to Deep Space Nine. I'll agree to that, but the tonal shift in Deep Space Nine was very, very gradual. Like,
But it still was
season
there
one
though.
to
By the end of the 7th
Yeah.
season, you can kind of see where things were going,
oh yeah,
especially with the Dominion War. I mean, they committed genocide, so or
Not
the Federation did.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not just once. I'm actually
Yeah.
going to be doing a video soon. I've been thinking about it in my head about why Deep Space Nine is the best Star Trek series.
I totally agree. I'm down for that. I love Deep Space Nine.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I feel like it's the turning point for Star Trek. It really is.
Oh yeah.
That and the movies, the TNG movies, because they were just action flicks.
Well, see, I was raised on Voyager, so like I always had this love of Voyager, but like as I've grown up, I've matured a little bit, and you know, Deep Space Nine deals with like intense emotions inside you, like the episode
Real human
where
topics.
yeah, the episode where Nog is dealing with his leg being blown off and stuff in the holosuite, or when Cisco is gonna lie and commit murder and everything else to bring the Romulans
yeah.
into the war, or
Yeah. Section
Jake has
31
to-
poisoning.
yeah, and when Jake has to write an article about Dr. Bashir and he ends up being in the middle of a war, like first
Yeah.
time 18 years old being up in the middle of the war, like things like that were never expressed in Star Trek before. It was
very true.
dark. It was down to earth. It was human. Like we could relate to it.
Yeah.
I'm lost.
And it really reflected the times of the 90s too.
Mm-hmm.
I do have one. I do have one more topic.
All right, I'm gonna book out. I gotta drive home.
Okay, be safe. Yeah, Brian.
Mike
First car
Tyson.
video.
All right, man.
What's
Have a good one.
this about?
Well, yeah, he's been wanting to do this for a long time. I think he can. I don't know if he did an impression of him before. He could just pull it off. So he's bulking up for the Mike Tyson biopic. I think it's actually going to happen now. You could see it too.
So Jamie Foxx is going to play
Yes.
Mike Tyson.
Who would want to do that?
What's that?
Who would want to do that movie?
People would watch it.
I
People
mean,
are-
no, I meant
Mike
be-
Tyson is like
be Mike
a.
Tyson.
Oh,
I don't know. Mike Tyson is like a really popular figure in pop
Controversial
culture.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of material that they can make movies out of. I mean, it would be almost like making a movie about John McAfee.
So go make a movie about O.J. Simpson. See how that turns out.
Well, I mean,
series.
I don't know.
I mean that was a big series on Netflix too. I don't know. Well, let's see. Here's an image of him bulking up. He's taking.
Wasn't Jamie Foxx gonna be in the Spawn movie that
I don't know.
McFarlane was working on?
I don't know if that's going to happen anymore. I'm not sure. The transformation
Neither am
begins. Finding Mike. It's no secret that I've been pursuing the Mike Tyson biopic for some time. People always ask me when it's going to happen. Things have finally lined up. A few months ago, we started the journey. The first but biggest task is to transform the body. So he wants to play it. He thinks he could. He thinks he's got a good take. Maybe the story. I mean, there's that story is all over the place. How are they going to take it? I don't know. I'm interested to see it. I think he will do it. I don't think he's going to hold back and do it. Do it the safe way. I think he'll do it. Share all of his chaos in his life.
Yeah.
I think they'll go. Yeah, they're going to do it now. The Spawn thing looks badass. I haven't heard anything else about the Spawn remake.
I heard. I mean, I watched a Film Gob video about the Spawn movie, and apparently, McFarlane said that it was going to be super dark, like darker than most, like the MCU and all the other superhero movies out there.
He wants to direct it.
Better be dark.
But are you okay with him being the director though?
Yeah.
Oh, Todd McFarlane? I mean, he's not
skeptical.
I mean, it's not my first pick, but yeah, I'm okay with it.
All right. Star Wars will never die. What are you talking about Star Wars for, Phobic? I don't know. Let's
always come back to Star Wars.
now unsub Phobic's, please take Star Wars. It's already dead. Phobic likes the new Star Wars.
But he doesn't like the Rise of Skywalker, though.
He does.
I hate to tell you this, but Star Wars died at Episode 1.
Oh, get
Now
the hell out of
that
here.
I gotta
Get the hell-
disagree with. I like the prequels.
No, I like the prequels. Man, you're a hard guy to
No,
play.
You could take that two ways. Either you could take it real world chronologically, Star Wars died after they made Episode 1, or you could take it literally and think that I said Star Wars has always been dead.
But
You
you
can
like the
take it however-
Mandalorian. You like the Mandalorian though, right?
Sure.
Oh God.
No, the Mandalorian legitimately wasn't bad.
Wasn't bad. Oh, that's the
That's the ringing
You know-
endorsement you're going to get from a Star Trek
You
fan.
know who
okay?
doesn't like the Mandalorian, Max? Ben's movie channel.
Uh-oh. All right.
And I know I still want you to have him on the show one of these days, because he did a live stream this morning with Film Gob.
Oh, he
It was
did?
it was really good.
Okay, I'll check that out. The Disney machine lives on, yes. Actually, they're struggling right now with the shutdown of everything. Okay. Well, I think we'll end it soon. Maybe Mladen, if you have anything else that
Since we're on sales, there's something about to be revealed on Monday about Project Luminous. Charles Soule tweeted. So there's that. Anybody wants Mamma Mia 3?
No, I've never been interested in Mamma Mia.
Well, I mean, that's the news. He brings us the news, whether you're interested or not. All the Mamma Mia fans in the chat say, yeah, Mamma Mia 3. I didn't watch the first two, so I have no comment.
Neither have I. But there's news that they want to do the third one to be a complete trilogy.
All right. It's the Mamma Mia trilogy.
Well, I mean,
everything has to be a trilogy.
There's very loose talk, but there usually is about the subject of Stargate getting another chance.
Oh, yes. Oh, that
yeah.
I'm all about. I love Stargate.
I remember.
I'm so happy that the re-envisioning got scrubbed. So happy. Do not
I
erase
remember
11
Rowan
or 10 seasons. Sorry, continue.
I remember Rowan Emmerich was talking about doing a second Stargate movie after he made Independence Day Resurgence, but because Independence Day Resurgence was received so poorly, he ultimately decided to cancel it.
Yeah, he was actually going to be completely whitewashing the first movie and doing a trilogy. So, yeah, no, I wasn't excited about that because I'm a much bigger fan of the TV series than I am the movie. The movie was good, but the TV series with Richard Dean Anderson and a gun, like MacGyver with a gun, enough said. So I want something that stays in the canon for Stargate.
I hope Stargate gets back again. I liked SG-1. I liked Atlantis. Jason Momoa, that's where I became a fan of his.
Right?
Do you like Atlantis, Blues Tech?
Yeah, I'm actually trying to get David Hewlett to come onto my channel and have a chat about his career. He played McKay.
Awesome. I hope you get that.
He's one of the people that I'm trying to get an interview from. I'm also trying to get an interview from the guy who played Icheb, whose name I can never remember, from Star Trek Voyager.
What was that third series that wasn't very good?
Universe.
Okay, and you didn't like that?
No, I liked it just fine.
Okay.
I have the same thing with Universe that I originally had with Star Trek Enterprise, and that is they're good TV shows. They're not good that series TV shows.
Okay.
Universe was a good TV show, just wasn't a good Stargate show. When Enterprise came out, it was not a good Star Trek show. It was a good show.
All right. Did they ended that quick though? Universe. I don't even think got two seasons.
It was like 2.5, yeah, something like that.
It had 2 seasons.
2, yeah.
2.
But like the way they ended it is what irks me, because like even if you don't like it, like once you've watched it more than once, you start to like it a lot, and then to just like slap everybody in the face by just like dead ending it. Because it's a completely open-ended ending.
I might watch it then. I don't know.
That being said, I may have some unreleased scripts from season 3 that never got produced.
Oh wow. you got some inside knowledge. Cool, that's cool. Yeah, Enterprise at least had somewhat of an ending. I can't remember exactly what happened. I have to rewatch that myself.
It was the worst ending of any Star Trek ever because it was all a holodeck.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I hated that ending. I remember now. Yes,
it took place during the episode where Riker is debating whether or not to tell Picard about what's his face. When they're trying to retrieve the Oberth from inside an asteroid that has a phasing cloak technology, and the guy who beamed on the ship used to be Riker's commander, and Riker is debating on telling Picard what's actually going on or not, which would be against his orders that he was given. And so he goes into this holodeck simulation, and now like all of Enterprise was just a holodeck simulation. So the whole thing got retconned in one episode.
Good job to your fans. It's all a dream, basically. All right. Well, that's where we'll end it because I'm getting tired myself. It's almost 11:30 for me. So I appreciate everyone coming on. Mladen, you're always welcome here. Sci-fi and Blues Tech brought the heat today. Go check him out.
Yep.
And I'm sure we'll have him again on the Completely Necessary podcast or even movie talk. But definitely if we talk about Star Trek again, you and Brian had a lot to talk about. So go check. Oh, I got to take this out here. So that's where we'll end the Completely Necessary podcast. And yeah, bye everyone. Bye everyone. And I'm undecided on next gen, but I am getting the Amico so far. So I forgot where we started this episode. We were talking about consoles.
Yeah, we were supposed to be talking to console cost and never really got into it because that video was bad.
Yeah, the video sucked. Sorry. That was my fault. Yeah, smash the like button.
Hey, you didn't make the video.
I set up the video to react to it, but I think that's the last time I'll react to him. At least on this one. If I pre-record it and it becomes a crap video, I can always trash the video on the live stream though. All right. Okay, bye everyone. Go check out Mladen's channel that doesn't exist yet, but I'm gonna try to get him to do it. Sci-fi, who does have a channel where we did a review recently of Midway. We'll probably do another movie steelbook review, and Blues Tech, which he brings the heat, and I'm sure he'll bring more heat later. Bye everyone.